Good afternoon, everyone. It's late. It's 1 o'clock. I'm heading out for a little while. Now live on YouTube. Home Base Income 101. I know, it's me. I really don't have much to talk about, but I do have one specific topic to talk about. I ended up, I guess I do have a little bit. Yeah, usually Fridays are very lull. Christian, good morning, Michelle Oval. Hello, Christine. Christian. Yeah, well, afternoon. I'm here, you on that. Late start. But I've been online working. I did a lot of work online today. I wish I could sit home all day and get over that last hurdle, but you got to do what you got to do. I would rather make a little money every day than have to work 10 or 12-hour days. I'd rather do like a few hours here, a few hours there. It's just the way it works for me. I'm going to turn on Grubhub and Uber Eats and get some other things done in between. That's the one perk to this gig economy. Food driving, food delivery, the freedom of, I'm planning a week ahead, so I did a little more food shopping. I had to go get some medicines, and I had to shop. You need stuff. You need paper towels and tissues, and I needed eye medicine. You got to do it yourself. But I shut off the apps. I turn off the Stride. I go into the store. I do my thing. I come back out. I turn it back on. I go do deliveries. That's the way it's got to be. Very windy, and I don't want my eyes to tear. I have a good story to share about making a connection. Oh, well, I want to make 5K plus a year, but I'm not going to do it driving. I might as well stay at my job and had less. I just discussed that with my friend. No, I'm working harder and putting certain things on the back burner because they're not as important as earning more income, daily residual income, so I could take care of all the things I need to take care of. I say Fridays are usually a bust in my area. It's a hit or miss. And yesterday when I was out, I ended up getting a handful of really good payouts. I was very grateful. And I still got a lot done. But in between that, hear me out, guys. I loved it. One of my viewers, she lives in Baldwin. She moved. We're going to sit down again. I did ask her once where she's from. She's been conversing with me on the live streams. She's been catching them, at least half. Her name is Daisy. About my age, I guess. I say she's a little bit younger. I met her husband. I'll tell you later. I met her husband in Taco Bell. I misunderstood her. Hello, Daisy. Oh, Daisy, hear me out. I'm sorry I didn't take your number. Please text me so I have your number. You're in a great position. I do a lot online, and I'm building a business. Maybe we can work together in the future. I know you have a lot going on right now with your operation in another October something. When you have that done, please do. I was doing a delivery. I didn't want to talk too long because I don't want anybody reporting me. I really need Grubhub and Uber Eats right now, and I don't want anybody to report me. I'll read that in a second, Hogan Reports. I promote my other channel, Internet Education 101 YouTube channel. Check it out. Follow me there, Daisy. I'm building 2 websites. Yes, I would love to meet up. We have so much to talk about. You already gave me the impression that you're a go-getter. You have an opportunity to set up a solid platform, even if you have to get a job later on. I know you're right in the transition in the middle, but I can show you what I do online. This is all relative and connected. Maybe twice a month we could go live and talk about what we do out in the field and take it from there. There's so much opportunity. My goal is to earn a few $100s a day in residual income and not have to physically work for it. And I'm right there. I'm right there. I know how to do it. I wish I could sit home all day right now. But as all of us need, you need money to live comfortably, do the few things you want to do, and we all have a handful of bills. I would love to learn more about you, Daisy. And I remember you say you lived in Baldwin. I forget where you say you moved from, but I really want to know more about your story. And guys, this is what I mean by connections. I live in a great location. I've said this many times. I live in Nassau County, New York. And it's a smoking hot area where drivers, food delivery drivers, are in demand. If I wanted to do Uber rideshare, if I turned it on, I would get rung in a second. But I don't want to do that. I don't know how I feel about that. But the opportunities, we could work something out, Daisy. I look forward to it. And when I'm more focused and calm, second half of October, please, let's meet up, go out, sit down a couple of hours, have something to eat and chill. I want to know more about your story. I would love to hook up with someone who shares my vision. I want to help others, but I also want to become very successful at the same time and teach people how to become successful. There really is nothing better than residual income. So thank you for listening. When you're done with your operation and you feel better, it was a pleasure to meet your husband. And Daisy, they flagged me down. I was at a diner and I hear Michelle, and I'm like, oh my God, is that my mom and her friend? That's what I thought. I was like, who is that? Like my mom and her friend and her daughter. I was like, oh my God. No, it was Daisy and her husband. Christian? I forget his name. I'm sorry, Daisy. But I remember everything he told me where he stands. Absolutely, Daisy. I'm so looking forward to it. I've been hoping for years to meet someone in my area. Christian. I was right, okay. That someone, has a vision like I. They flagged me down. She was like, let me give you a hug. I thought that was so cool because she went right into it. I said, oh, this one's a smart one. I have a feeling you have a lot of, you're very educated, business savvy, and you're going to have to tell me more what happened with your job, and more about your job. I have a feeling you had a very high, stressful job. Hey, squirrel. Huh. I'm losing track here. They flagged me down. It was a pleasure to meet her, but she went right into it. She agreed with me. There are so many people out there that don't know that there's a lot of write-offs that come into play when you work for yourself. And she agreed with me. You work for free if you don't take advantage of all the write-off opportunities. She taught me something. Her husband, I'm not going to say what company, but her husband has a union job. And, unless she wants to share that. But she taught me that you can write off union dues and like uniforms and stuff like that if you got to pay. I never knew that. Not that I'm a union person, but that's really good to know. More education, the better, everyone. She went right into it. She knows exactly what's going down. And I'm probably going to learn a lot more from her that I wasn't aware of. I'm sure. Oh, UPS, guys. He's a union worker for UPS. And Daisy, I am a go-getter just like you, so I know you can definitely give me good advice. And I'm more of a blue-collar worker. I think you're more of an office boss worker. I think we would make a very good combination. I taught myself a lot, but I have a feeling you did what my mom did at the office, and I'm not an office person. So maybe both of us coming together, we could really create something. I trained myself to work online, and very good at it. I'm going to a WordPress class on Wednesday at SUNY Farmingdale. I'm really excited about it. I was told not to go to the first two because I'm too advanced. This is the one I'm supposed to go to. I'm very excited because I might meet people there too. I'm making a lot of connections. So you do what you got to do, Daisy. And I'm so happy that we live so close. With, you know, coming together, collaborating. I think we could really create something great. You know, you never know where it might lead. So I'm looking forward to it. I know I'm a little panicky right now, but I know it's changing. You know, in the second half of October, I'll be a lot more calm. I have so many things put into place up until the 16th of October that I work in between everything. If that's what it takes to get ahead, then that's what it takes. So it was a real pleasure to meet you, Daisy. She was like, come here, give me a hug. I was like, what? Who is this lady? I was like, oh, it's my mom and a friend. No, it was Daisy. It's funny because when you were driving, I know where you at. Oh, because I was live. That's how you found me. They were out eating, everyone, and they knew I was at the Pantry Diner because I was live. And I parked and I spoke for a couple of minutes and then I had to go because I was right on time. They brought the bags up while I walked in. I was like, that was perfect timing. It was a pleasure meeting you too. See, guys, stuff like this can happen. I meet a lot of people out in the field, but I have a feeling, Daisy, we're on the same page. We could take this and really soar with it. We'll figure something out. Baby steps. Baby steps. So it was a real pleasure to meet you. It really was. See, stuff like that happens, guys. And I wanted to share that story with you before I head out. I'm already late. I'm going to do a few deliveries. I know I said it weeks ago. It's really bad. I'm going to get my nails done. Come home, do a few things. I thought I was done with nights. I'm not done with nights. If that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. I do my best work in the morning when I first wake up, and I didn't want to leave my apartment. Okay, Hogan, let me read your stuff. I'm sorry. Okay, let me read your first one. Uber Eats in the coming months will require customers to specifically request utensils, straws, and other items when placed. I happen to agree with that. I think that's a great idea. They should tell on the app if they need their stuff. That's really great. Wow, you're so into the topic. When I get Chinese food, I go, please don't waste your money. I'm going home. I don't need those utensils. Nope, I don't need those sauces. I just want a couple of soy sauces. Thank you. I don't want to waste their money. Great. That's really good to know. You hear that, everyone? Uber said the restaurants using the service should no longer include them by default. Nah. A lot of people eat lunch. They need a fork and knife. They need a spoon. That should be, you know, that should be like ordering food. Do you need utensils? It's like saying, do you need a napkin, at least one, when you eat? It would be nice. You know, a lot of people during the week, I deliver to a lot of offices. They need utensils. They're not home. Not all offices have, you know, lunchrooms and stuff like that. They have a little corner table at a window. But they're lucky they have a coffee machine. Not everybody is set up with lunchrooms. Not, you know. Let me read what else. I read Daisy. Oh, why was that retracted? That's really great information. Thank you for sharing that, Hogan Reports. Oh, yeah, especially when they seal the bag. Exactly. Hogan Reports, I don't know why your message was retracted. Why is that? I can't unretract it. Why? Huh. That's weird. Sorry, Hogan Reports. That's valuable information. Great info. That's a waste of money, too. I mean, I tell the guy I don't need that. I'm going home because I have a drawer filled with forks and spoons and knives. When I finally use them, I'll take plastic utensils when I get takeout. because that's, everything costs money, guys. Just like little side sources. I remember the tail end of me working as a waitress, like the last 5 years. Before that, if people said, I'll take an extra side, the restaurants always put a little extra side of sauce or blue cheese, something like that. They never charged, but then people got more like, I'll take 3, got to start charging. Same thing when I worked at the food store. I would weigh the food and people will go, put some sauce on that, please. Gravy or sauce, whatever the dish came with. We'll just use an example, meatballs. I sold a lot of meatballs, turkey and beef meatballs. And they'll say, put sauce on that, please. Well, then I would come outside and weigh it, and people got very angry at me. And I was like, well, there's a charge for that, ma'am or sir. And they actually a couple of times went to the manager and complained. And it was like, well, the store has to buy all the ingredients to make that pot of sauce. And in this situation, you don't need a separate cut, but you're putting it over the meatballs and you want 3 cups of sauce. Well, that costs a lot of money. You could buy a jar for $1 if you really want extra sauce. I love getting pizza at the food store when they have it made, the square pizzas, and I buy a couple of little bottles of sauces because I like to put a little extra sauce on when I cook it up. I don't expect them to give it to me for free. They weigh it. I put the sauce on and weigh it. That was a big something. They got very angry with me. Chicken franchise sauce, chicken marsala. Well, there's mushrooms and there's ingredients to produce that gravy. That costs money. Got to be part of the way to get the total, how much it should cost, I got to look. The last time I did one, they did give a $5 bonus, but they expected me to drive. I drove all the way to Far Rockaways, not East Rockaway on the borderline of the 5 towns. I'm used to right over there because once I'm there, I'll do a lot of deliveries and come back home. It's really not that far from me, but they sent me out into I almost went over the bridge again. I was like, no, I don't want to be that far in. When they were giving $8 bonuses, I did it. They really expect you to go further, my experience, than Grubhub. That's too much, I'm choosing to keep it low miles, low gas, less gas, If I do it at night, that was a choice. Nobody was on the road. I mean, Christ, I went from Wantor to North Plainview. That's a hike, and there was no traffic. I picked up an order last week from that place I'm not overly fond of, but it was a $25 payout, and it was 24 and change. And I picked it up. I drove it to Farmingdale last Sunday, but there was no traffic. I flew there, I shut off the app, and I flew back, and I turned on the apps when I got to Belmore. And then immediately it rang because Sunday nights at 9 o'clock, the service is in demand. They need drivers out in the field. Uber Eats and Grubhub. I would do DoorDash again, but DoorDash is having some bad luck. I'm happy they ridded my account over a year ago. All my information, they were gone. Because I heard they had a breach. I was watching BZ. And I think I heard a little bit on Pete's blog. DoorDash, because they were so dishonest for so long, I think all that karma is coming back to them. They have a great, platform service, but so do the other ones. Uber Eats, same thing. Grubhub, Postmates. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Oh, maybe that's Daisy. I'll check in a moment. It popped up. Maybe it's Daisy. Oh, you're thinking of doing Postmates. So that's the deal, guys. I had a really good Friday. I never have a good Friday, and I went out last night, but I also got responsibility things done too. I had to go to CVS. I just tap off the stride, go do my thing. When I came outside, I turned on the apps again. I did a delivery. Then when I got to Walgreens, I Well, it was really down the block from the drop-off. But when I'm done with this drop-off, I shut off the Stride, shut off the apps, I went and did my thing. But now I don't have to go to a store until Wednesday. I have to work that way. That includes food and things you need. I live very minimal right now. The squirrel's just hanging around like he's showing off in front of me. It's kind of cute. I just heard that with the new pay model, customers can change the tips. Oh, you watched that? I heard that too on one of their videos. And then someone else said that Uber can do that up to an hour. That is ridiculous. It's like telling people we could take back. It's mean. I would never do that because I worked for tips for years. And somebody's out there working at 11 o'clock at night, driving around for an extra buck. They deserve a tip. They're doing it for a reason. And we all have a different reason. You know, I do pretty good with tips, so I can't complain. But I've never had somebody take back a tip. That's what I hear, Hogan reports. DoorDash is getting worse by the day. Had a video that showed a driver's tip weighed reduced because the orders was 3 minutes late. I heard that. I was working while I was doing it. Wasn't that last night or was that the night before? I've been just watching videos in between everything. Everything's blending into each other a little too much. But it won't be like that forever. See, that's why you got to listen to videos the night before. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, because 3 minutes late. Well, there's a lot to... I mean, it's not 30 minutes late. It's 3 minutes late. The person doing that's just a miserable, nasty person. Who in the world would do something like that to someone? I mean, really, who would do that? It's mean, it's cruel. When I'm successful, I'm telling you, I'm going to be a cash tipper. I'm going to be using these services and appreciating the people working the way they're working to make my life easier. Well, look who it is. Caitlin K. I admit that I never tip from the app. I always take it off because the app automatically adds it and say I'll tip in cash. Drivers deserve cash. I agree with that. Well, but you're doing it for a positive reason. You're not doing it to be mean. How you doing, Caitlin K? It's a beautiful day and I'm angry I can't enjoy it right now, but it could be worse. I could not be working in beautiful weather. I hope I get a handful and I'll go get my nails done. Then I'll come home and I'll go out tonight if I have to do it. It's what I got to do. I was really into my website this morning. Faster I get it done, the faster I can take action. The sooner I can take action. Thank you for the heads up, Caitlin K. It adds it automatically. Reduced from 20 to 10. That's mean. Jeez. This guy's making a 3-point turn in a truck right in the middle of the road, Merrick Road. Always delivering something, I guess. That's just mean. That's cruel. Somebody all excited like, wow, I made a $20 tip. Wow, that's a tank of gas. I'm telling you, I've said this before, always delivering. I've said this before. People who have to struggle to create something from nothing and make all the sacrifices see things differently compared to someone who is not necessarily raised. Well, I guess that's the word. You know, I guess raised or trained to take over a business that's already established. They don't get it because they probably didn't have, not all, but at least half probably didn't have to live without and don't understand what it is to live without. I've said that many times. You're more appreciative when you really make the sacrifices and struggles, because it's not just about money, everybody. It's about missing out on life. It's about relationships that you have. It's about choosing when and where you want to spend your time. you can't let people dictate to you what you're supposed to do when they don't understand what you're doing. You know, there's a lot more that comes into play with that. I won't even tip on my credit card in a restaurant. I always give cash directly to the person who waited on me. That's very nice. It does matter. It's those simple little things. It's those simple little things. How is DoorDash allowing the customers to do that? You accept the trip. So that is totally unfair. It is messing with... Oh, yeah. I don't know. I was waiting. I took a late order, after Walgreens, and I picked up in Rockville Center, and I had to come back into the car for like 15 minutes, and I listened to Pay to Drive. And the topic was, it was about the Google, about the Uber Eats president. The question was, do you feel the government should step in and control how these companies pay their drivers, you know, the little man? And I happen to agree with that. He doesn't agree with it. I feel that as long as there's no higher ranking telling people what they're allowed to do, there are a lot of people out there that will use you as much as possible because they're greedy and they don't know any better. They're selfish. They go, let that person work for $3. I don't care if they stay in the hole. They're making me a lot of money. I feel there has to be some kind of government overseeing what these companies are doing and being forced. There's got to be some law that needs to be enforced, a minimum, you know, because I feel it's only going to get worse. I'm really happy that this isn't a long-term thing for me. It's an opportunity. I always say, go watch The Millionaire Who Drives for Uber. Look up that title, Millionaire Driving for Uber or Uber Eats. He's a perfect example of showing how you can take advantage of opportunity. Check that out on YouTube, guys. You'll find it very interesting. It's about 1.5 years old. Millionaire Drives for Uber, and it'll pop up. And he has a long beard, and he gives it a go, and he shares his knowledge and his experience, and he's a millionaire. So I don't know. I feel that topic, some people thought no. I feel these companies should be forced to follow some rule, some guidelines. I don't agree. The less government control, the better, in my opinion. Let the market decide. If people stay away from a company for a reason, oh, I didn't think of that. Let the government, less government, the better. Let the market decide. But see, I don't feel, that's the thing. I don't feel, Caitlin K., that people are going to not use these companies. They're already in demand. They're only going to get busier. So the drivers, the little man, are going to continue to be used and abused and work for very little. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I get it. I see your point. I see your outlook. I do get it. I can understand where you're coming from. Screws everything up, lots of laughs. Well, I know you understand, I understand, but I see your point. See, that's what he was talking about. And he should do more videos about this topic, because I sat in my car for at least 15 minutes and I was watching that super chat, that live chat, and people were like, they were out of control. You know, so many people have, you know, different way of looking at it, and at least half of them are drivers. So they're really concerned about what's going to happen with future payouts. Hopefully drivers will understand that they have a lot more control than they think. They can change things, but only if the entire nation, somebody said we should shut all the apps off for 1 week. I feel we all should take 1 day off nationwide, Sunday. Everybody, Don't turn on your Uber Eat app. Don't turn on DoorDash. Don't turn on Postmates, Grubhub. Don't turn on Waiter. Don't turn on Seamless. Don't turn on Caviar. Don't turn... All us drivers nationwide, we only need one day to show these companies how much they would lose. From what I have seen over videos, DoorDash gives all the power to the customers. Yes, that was another thing he spoke about. Yes, they do. They like letting customers do whatever they want because they're still going to make their money. They don't care if someone thought they were working for 10 and then they get 5. They don't care. They don't. They just care about themselves. Hey, twice I had a boss not pay me. He paid me. It was waitress minimum wage. And now I'm dating myself, and I am, guys. I don't call myself a server. For my day, I was a waitress, and I'm not sorry for saying that. And I used to write down my pay. I got a little bit of pay on the books, a little bit pay off the books. But I remember I worked this one party for a good friend of his, and the guy gave me $250 tip, and the boss kept it. And when the guy came up to me with his girlfriend and said, "We hope you appreciate the tip. They were so nice," I was fearful. I stood there and I said, "Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it." And they never gave it to me. I was heartbroken. And then that boss did the same thing to me a few weeks later. I worked some party. I don't know if it was for a friend or something. It was just work. It was work. It was a Saturday afternoon party. It was a hometown place, put out a buffet, get all ready, and he kept the tip. I wasn't there much longer after that. I was fearful. I was scared. I didn't know how to do anything else. But that fear and scaredness got me where I am today, and I'm going to live the second half of my life like I watch on TV, and I can't wait. I was driving through these beautiful homes. Where was I? Oceanside, East Rockaway. And I'm sorry, it was not. It was during the day. I was talking to my friend on a video chat, and I was delivering to South Baldwin, and I was going to go to the store. I ended up getting a lot of orders, and I was like, God, what a beautiful place. And they had a private beach fenced off with beautiful chairs and everything. And I go, wow, I remember that beach from years ago. I thought it was disappeared. They made it into like a community place that you pay to use it. All these beautiful homes. I was like, I can't wait for the day that I sit in front of a window facing the water, the ocean, and just dishing out content. Not just YouTube content, writing content, building my websites, sucking in the sea air. I can't wait. I know I'm going to be that successful. I know I am. Maybe later around Holbrook. Oh, not me. I'm not going to be in Holbrook. Nassau County. Holbrook. I'm not going there. It's like making a complaint. If no one says anything, nothing will ever change. Well, you know they're watching the videos, Caitlin. You know. What do you think these companies aren't watching? They're watching. Absolutely. They know exactly what's going down, and they know exactly what they're going to continue to get away with unless someone forces them to take some kind of action. And people are so desperate for money that even if we said out loud and try to recruit people, don't turn on any of the apps for one day, it's not going to happen. I don't think it is. But that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean it's right. Candace Tyler, hello, what's going on? A drive on DoorDash was deactivated with 99% completion because the customer said they never received food. He is now suing them. See, people look for the easy way out. Easy way out. Hey, I know a few people in the restaurant, when I worked in the restaurant business, I was younger, that to this day, I know, like every 5 years, they sue somebody for something because they get a big paycheck. Different class of people. They're from a different cloth, you know? It's nasty. Oh, my God. Now they're suing. Jeez. It's hard to believe someone's like that. But I'm a true believer that when it comes time for those type of people to see the light, you know, I hope if you believe in God, has mercy on your soul. Unless you're so bad you linger on for a long time in pain. I think that way. I'm not overly religious, but I feel that if you do wrong, eventually, sometime in your lifetime, that's going to come back to you. You're going to have to pay the price for being a cheat and dishonest. That's just me. 99% completion rate because the customer said that, geez, hello, Candace Taylor. But a customer, I absolutely complain about the app company about a restaurant if I need to. I've never had a driver, but I have about the app or restaurant. Really? That's good. That means people out there doing the right thing. They're doing their job. They get paid. Wow, that's great. I can't imagine doing something so bad. I've had a couple of people complain about me. One time I couldn't find the address at night. I was really tired, and I did walk up to the house, and it was black. No lights on. And I had to get the woman on the phone. She reported me. But what was I going to do? I was like, ma'am, you know, I'm doing the best I can. She goes, I never had a problem. I said, oh, that one's going to complain. But hey, I wasn't being mean. I just didn't see the number. And then when she called the person in the house, all of a sudden one light went on. Like, I don't understand how somebody has no lights on, no outside, no inside, nothing. It looks like nobody's there. That was weird, but that's okay. I did 100 more deliveries. It was wiped out. I told DoorDash I will never use them again. They've tried for 2 weeks now to get me back. Oh, really? Wow, they're trying to get you back. Wow. Because they see that's the beginning of the end if people don't want to use their service. Wow, they're trying to get you back. So guys, if you have any ideas, I'll support it. I say we all should not turn on the apps one Sunday. The entire nation. All different, companies, because in other states there are other companies like Waiter. Well, it's the same thing as Uber Eats. Caviar was in the city. Seamless is in other places. Deliv's not around here, but it's in other states. It's just a different name with another service, another company, I guess. Or maybe they're all connected. We just don't know it. They can have, like Uber Eats can have 4 different names nationwide in different states. Right? That is possible. Maybe we don't know. Who knows? But his video, that live stream last night was very interesting. God, it's so pretty out. I really don't want to deliver, but I have to. Guys, I'm going to turn on the apps. Hold on a moment. My ass is killing me, my top thighs, because I sit down at the computer in here, and I didn't go to the gym today because I really wanted to make some kind of headway online, because I am. The faster I get it done, the sooner I'll get where I want to be. I wish I could sit here all day, but I can't. At least I'm blessed to have the opportunity to stay afloat and keep doing the things I'm doing. I just don't want to charge, guys. I'm finally getting out of the hole. It's a choice. Again, I'm all about choices. It's a choice. I would rather work hard a couple extra days and just pay cash and get where I need to be. Health insurance, maintenance, and put money into my car. I need cash next week. I'm not charging. I'll be working tonight. So I'm hoping to get a few deliveries and then get my nails done. And at least treat myself once. Look how bad they are, guys. People who are into their nails understand how bad that is. Once a month. I promised myself once a month. There's no reason why I can't treat myself. I color my own hair. I cut it in between haircuts. So what more? I really cut corners. I can't wait. I can't wait till the day. Let's see if it's worth taking. I already turned down a $3 offer right before this live stream. Hold on a moment. Oh, hold on. It's not the highest payout, but it's only down the block. Taco Bell down the street. $6.20 and delivery in my town. Got to take what you got to do. I wouldn't take anything under $6. At night, I don't take anything under $7. You know what? Lately, anything under $8. At nighttime, I just feel I'm out at night. If you're ringing me, that means you need me out here. I'm worth at least $8 for the delivery. Send me a $3 offer at night. What are you, out of your mind? Even during the day. They sent me a $3 offer, so let me go live now. I'm going to be busy the rest of the day. And look at all this valuable information I gathered and gained. Oh, you did? Oh, good. I'm happy you did. That's great. For an example, I told DoorDash I will never use them again. They tried for 2 weeks. Oh, that's good. I wish you could show me. What color did you get? While I drive away. I'm curious. What color did you get? I need to trim my hair again. I've been getting the gel. It does last like 3 weeks if you take care of your hands. And after a week, I put a coat of clear on, and it really makes a difference. That's why I get a light color. You get more life out of it. More life out of it. Burgundy for fall. The dark color. Dark color. But a pretty color, but then you gotta take care of your nails. And I'm not someone in that I don't overly take care of them. I still do a lot with my hands, so I go with the light colors. You get away with it a lot longer, you know. This only chipped on Thursday. It lasted a long time. I lightly filed them once, just a little bit, and put a coat of clear on, and I got a long time out of it. Definitely 4 weeks. I know you're not supposed to wait 4 weeks, but gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm going to a place my mom and her friend go to, and I happen to like it better than the place I usually go to. It's a little more private, smaller, more personal customer service. It's smaller, it's nice. Basic and clean. Where are these cars coming from? I'd rather wait, just get out of the way. Well, guys, it was a pleasure. I'm happy. Yes, we need to refuse those lowball offers. They want us. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Daisy. $3 offer. For real? They're crazy. We're going to meet. Hi. Familiar face in the neighborhood. I'll wait a moment. So we'll definitely get together, Daisy. Second half of October, when we could chill. I have a feeling we'll figure something out. And I'd love to learn more about your past. And I hope your husband feels better. You guys are really having a challenging time. That's tough. He seems so positive and friendly. I'm really happy. I gave her husband my card for Get Upside app, everybody, and they thanked me, and then they started following the topic. And you know what? This is an opportunity to earn a few extra bucks when you can, when times are a little hard. It's nice to know you have the income. And you got to teach me more about write-offs. I have a feeling you know a lot more than I do. Got to keep learning, you know? Oh, you're welcome, Daisy. It was a pleasure meeting you. And I'm so happy you live so close. I love it. Yes, everybody, if you got to work, I hope you make a lot of money. That's for sure. We will be in touch. Guys, if I don't go live tonight, I'll probably go live tomorrow. You have a great weekend. Thank you, Caitlin K. Thank you for all your info. Hogan Reports. Oh, Ida Hat, everybody else. Oh gosh, Candace, thank you for joining in. And I'll be watching P tonight. It will be my entertainment while I'm on the road. That's right. Hope you make a lot of money. Like Daisy said. Yep. I'll see you later, guys. You have a good one. Thanks a lot. Bye.